Who doesn't like a hungry shape, right? Or a big mouthed circle, right? Okay, all right, so it does look like Pac-Man. I was a Pac-Man champion in my house, so sorry, drop the mic. All right, this morning, here's what I'd like you to think about and discuss at your table groups. And then I'm going to call on certain lucky ducks to share out. So even if you feel like this was a little tricky for you and maybe you didn't come up with something that you feel like sharing, you can share something you heard at your table. So be a critical listener, okay? Which one doesn't belong and why? Which one doesn't belong and why? I'm going to give you a minute of talk time at your table groups, and then I'll ring my bell to regroup. Go ahead and get started. Okay.
One of them could be yeah, because all of the other ones
All right, about 5 more seconds. Get your final thoughts out. Okay, my leading tower, Isabel. Oh, you listened. Good job. Little Italian bell for us now. We're all in Italy. All right, I want to know what you think doesn't belong and why. And as you're listening, keep an open mind and see if you can agree or disagree with what you're hearing, even if it's not what you were initially thinking, right? All right. Asher, give me one thing that you noticed that why something doesn't belong. Okay, the triangle is the only shape up there that has 3 sides. Okay. Porter.
I also think it's the triangle because it's like
Okay, because it's not what?
a quadrilateral.
It's not a quadrilateral. Good math vocabulary. Okay. Okay. Everest.
I think it's the first one because it's the only one that you wouldn't use the Pythagorean theorem when you're finding the area.
Okay, so that's a high-level math skill. Can you give a brief explanation?
So all of the shapes that aren't the rectangle, you can make triangles out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And by making enough triangles, you can make the shape a square. But when you find the area of a triangle, you do the Pythagorean theorem.
Okay.
No, you don't.
You know?
No, that's not.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, though, is some of those shapes, if you were to add a line,
Yeah.
a straight edge ruler and add a line, that you could recreate a triangle shape within it. Okay, that's an interesting take. Camden.
I think that the one on the bottom, like the triangle, is the only one that doesn't have parallel sides.
Yeah. I'm really impressed to hear this math vocabulary coming out. I thought I was going to have to kind of start pushing you towards it. But in case you didn't hear him, he said the triangle is the only shape up there that doesn't have a set of parallel lines. Now,
What about the green shape?
okay, what about the green shape, Camden? Do you see any parallel lines in the green one? Not quite, but that was a really good thing that you noticed with the triangle for sure, huh? Okay, all right. Milo.
I thought the green one because none of the sides are equivalent in
Ooh, the green one because none of these sides are equal in length. Okay. Muna. The rhombus has no right angles. Okay. Lily.
I think the pink one because it like doesn't have any right angles like Luna said, and it
Yeah. Okay. 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 Shall I keep going?
no.
No, I think there's a lot more that we can say about this. So dig deep into that geometry vocabulary. Trent?
It could be the rectangle because it has four right angles and none of the other ones do.
Okay. So the rectangle is the only shape that has 4 right angles up there. Okay. Pete?
I think it's all of them because
None of them belong?
no,
Okay.
because the one in the bottom corner is the only one that's not a quadrilateral.
Okay.
The one in the top, the pink one, is not at a right angle. The rectangle has 4 right angles, and the green one
Has no equals and sides.
Help? Phone a friend.
no equal sides.
No equal sides. So I'm hearing you comparing all of the shapes to each other and finding a different property that makes them all different from each other. Can you do an argument that they all belong? Can anyone find an argument that says they all belong? Ty, what do you think?
They're all shapes.
I knew you were going to say that. They are all shapes. Good job. Avery,
They're all polygons.
they're all polygons. Okay. Do you remember by chance what does poly and gon mean?
Oh.
What?
Polygon.
Anybody? You know it?
Well, it means like a shape with no openings or curved sides.
Okay. Okay. Sky?
They all have at least 3 vertices.
Oh my goodness, the math vocab is strong with you today. They all have at least 3 vertices, which means what? 3 points, exactly where those edges meet. Lily?
They all close. None of them open or none of the lines cross.
Okay, so they are all closed shapes. Mila?
Well, they all belong because in a way that none of them.
They all belong because they all don't belong? Because they all have a unique property. Okay, Neve.
I had one for why the rectangle thing.
Okay, talk about Mr. Rectangle.
Because it like has 2 sets of parallel.
Oh, never mind. If you didn't hear, she said, because the rectangle has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Oh, never mind. That's what she said. Why did she say, oh, never mind? Riley? Yeah, she caught herself. She recognized it, but that was good math vocabulary. Okay. Oh, one more hand, and then we'll move on. No? Took it back? Okay, that's okay.